Okay, so today we're going to be talking about some of our exponent rules. Specifically, we're going to be talking about the zero exponents and our negative exponents. So basically, first of all, the zero power. So when we talk about exponents, we're talking about a number being multiplied by itself, right? So 2 to the second power is the same as saying 2 times 2, right? Timesing by itself twice. If I said 2 to the third power, that's the same as 2 times 2 times 2. If I say 2 to the 1 power, that's just 2, right? So then the question is, what about 0? That's kind of like our halfway place between positive and negative exponents. And basically, no matter what you raise to the 0 power, it's always going to come out as 1. Okay, no matter what. So if I did 2 to the 0 power, I get 1. If I do 2 to the, let's do 500 to the 0 power, I still get 1. If I do negative 5,000 to the 0 power, I still get 1. So no matter what, I always get 1. That's our 0 property. Okay? Negative exponents. Now, when we're doing positive exponents, it's the number multiplying by itself, right? If I change that to a negative, do I negative times by itself that many times? Like, that doesn't make sense, right? It's not going to become a negative number. What it's basically doing whenever you use a negative sign, it's kind of telling you to do the opposite of whatever you're doing. So the opposite of multiplication is division. So it's talking about dividing 2 that many times. So if I did like 2 to the negative 2, that's the same as saying 1 over 2 times 2, or 1/4. Okay? So again, we can double check that. 2 to the negative 2 gives me 1 over 4, right? And essentially all you're doing is you're just moving it downstairs. If I move 2 to the negative 2 downstairs and change the sign, so it's 2 to the positive 2, 2 squared is 4. That's all I'm doing. And again, we can think of this like an I have a scenario here I'll show you. So let's say it's 2 to the negative 2. If I write that as a fraction, that's over 1, right? So let's imagine this is an apartment complex, okay? And this is the second floor. So there's stairs going up here to the second floor here. And we see that this person that lives in the upstairs has a negative attitude. So let's imagine that's an old man, and he has a negative attitude because he has to climb the stairs and he has bad knees. So if we wanted to make him happy, we talk to our downstairs neighbor and we agree to switch apartments. So when that happens, it becomes 1 over a now positive 2 to the second power. So positive second power. Okay, so that's our old man scenario. If he had been unhappy downstairs, so 1 over 2 to the negative 2, we move him upstairs, becomes positive 2 to the positive 2 power. Okay, so no matter what, basically all you're doing is you just move across the fraction bar and change the sign. So 1 over 3 to the negative 2 would become 3 to the positive 2. 5 over negative 7, or 5 to the negative 7 becomes 1 over 5 to the 7. It just flips across the fraction bar and changes signs on the exponent. So let's look at some examples of 0 and negative exponents. So 3 to the 0 power. Anything to the 0 power is 1. That's easy. 1 over 15 to the 0 power. Well, 1 would stay 1, but 15 to the 0 power is 1. 1 over 1 is just 1. So it becomes 1. What about 250 billion to the 0 power? Well, anything to the 0 power is just 1. Easy enough. Okay? Let's look at some negative exponents. So let 3 to the negative 1. Well, if we want to make him happy, he's going to have to flip over his downstairs neighbor, which is 1. So we flip them, and it becomes 1 over 3 to the positive 1 power. Or just 1 over 3, if you will. If it's 1, it's just the same as the number. Okay, 23 to the negative 4, we flip them. over his downstairs neighbor, which becomes 1 over 23 to the positive 4. And that's it, right? What about here? He's unhappy moving downstairs, so we move him upstairs, becomes 7 to the positive 2. Okay? 1 over 14 to the negative 8, he's unhappy, so we move him upstairs, becomes 14 to the 8. Okay? Here we have a positive exponent. What if we wanted to make him unhappy? If we wanted to make him unhappy, we move him downstairs, it becomes 1 over 4 to the negative 4. Okay? 2 to the 3 is happy. If we wanted to make him unhappy, it'd be 1 over 2 to the negative 3. Okay, again, to just change, whenever we want to change the signs of the exponents, we just move them or flip them across the fraction.